Okay, let's go through your last example here. So in example 4, we have an A value of negative 1.5, so that tells me the amplitude of this graph is 1.5. We have a K value of 3, which means that the period of the graph is going to be 360 degrees divided by 3, which is 120. We have a phase shift of 45 degrees to the right. And we have a vertical translation of 1 unit up, which tells us the horizontal axis is at y equals 0. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the scale on our axes. So we'll just go by ones on the x-axis. And again, we'll mark off every 3 squares as 90 degrees, so each square is 30. And I think that will work well again for this one. Okay, so we know that the axis of our graph is at y equals 1, that should say. I realize now I wrote a y equals 0 there. Sorry, should be y equals 1. So we'll mark that off. Excuse me. Okay, now we know that the amplitude is 1.5, and we know the phase shift is 45 degrees to the right. So that means at 45 degrees, we're going to have the left-hand side of our box, and it's going to go 1.5 units above the axis. Sorry, not drawing that very well, and 1.5 below. We also know that the period of the graph is 120 degrees, which if each square is 30, would be 4 squares over. So our box is going to end over here. Okay, at 165 degrees. Now we're dealing with a negative sine curve. So we're going to mark off our key points. So at each end, plus right in the middle, we have points along the axis. Since it's negative, then we're going to go down to a minimum first, and then back up to a maximum. Connect them. Now it says to draw 2 cycles. So I will continue that pattern. Okay, and it would continue on in both directions. And that concludes this lesson.